Guys, welcome to the Valleycast. I know that you're not recording. This is a special thing that we're doing. I just sneakily hit record on the device.
And then Kait just was like, what?
And then Kate's freaking out trying to get it set up because she's trying to get the video portion set up. But here's what we're going to do. You'll hear a little bit of this audio before you get the video version for those of you that want it.
Dogs.
No. Don't make her do work.
Right.
We'll just make it. It's just it'll just have a little bit of text or something. There we go. And then you get the slap, and now we're in the video. Hello. So for those of you that are listening, they're like, what the fuck just happened? Basically, the video was not recording yet, but we were getting audio.
They got it. Yeah, you got it. That's so good.
Great.
That was very fun. What a nice thing you did.
Yeah.
I mean, minus, the technical thing, but it's fun.
I felt like I was taking one for the team, Kait, sorry. But it was because we were getting some pretty interesting stuff here.
Yeah. Well, dog wieners.
We were talking about Lee's dog, Frankenstein, has a abnormally large vagina.
Is that you got all that stuff?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, well, I thought we were just doing a bit about talking all over each other constantly.
No, that's what this podcast is. No. Welcome to the Valleycast.
Oh, what an immediate burn from Jarrett Sleeper. Guys, we have Jarrett Sleeper as a guest this week. He's one of my favorite people. I can't speak for the boys.
Wait, no, let me say my thing.
Oh, I'm
definitely thought of this morning. Steve, what do you make of this?
Oh, man, am I hearing this for the first time?
Listen to me. Jarrett Sleeper, one of my favorite peeper.
Guys, welcome to the Valleycast. On this show, shut your mouth. On this show, that's enough. On the Valleycast, guys, the Valleyfolk, which is myself, Lee Newton, Joe Beretta, and Elliott Morgan, bring topics to the table. It's a podcast, you get it, but we don't have Joe. We have Jarrett. Joe's in New York. He's coming back. Don't worry about it. He's be back.
He's on a plane right now.
Listen, all of you man-hungry Joe Beretta lovers, don't worry. He'll be back.
Calm down.
We have Jarrett Sleeper, a good friend to all of us. We've known Jarrett for quite some time.
11 months.
Some of us more than others. And Jarrett's just a sweet, intelligent man. He's handsome. He's hilarious. He makes great, funny YouTube videos
too.
Cook.
Sometimes.
Well, I've not experienced his cooking.
I'd love to cook for you.
I will say that he's a very
duck party.
I'm not done complimenting you, sir. I do want to say that you are maybe one of the kindest gentlemen that I know.
Boy. Thank you.
You're a very kind man. You're a very caring man, an empath, to some degree.
Hi, you're making me very emotional right now. It's too early for this.
But no, I love you, Jerry. You're a good man, and anytime I see you in public, you're just this happy man that's happy to see me.
I don't think I'm like that with everybody. No, I don't know, a little bit, but I do feel like you are a really good. I can't explain it. This is weird that we're doing this right now while we're recording it. That I haven't known you that well personally ever, just around the world. But I always just was like, you have an energy and a quality that I think comes through your Instagram, all your content and things that's just very like warm and welcoming and joyous, and I don't know, I always just feel that around you, so I feel like I want to reflect that back.
Well, don't make me cry now, man. This is
I really do feel that way though, and I actually Valleyfolk is weird. It's an anomaly, I should say, in terms of, for me, like in entertainment in general and in the YouTube world, it's very rare to think truly a group of people who are like, I know you guys, you're all with each other all the time, so I'm sure you have your things, but you guys are all really great people, like in the world. And I have had like personal, like, even if you don't have a personal, with you guys more, I've had like more one-on-one time, but like personal connection, I would just say, like that thing I was just describing about your quality, like there's like you guys all have like something you're putting in the universe that is just good in a way. I don't know, like even Joe Beretta, who I didn't really ever know that well, I always had this thing where I was like, Bratz and Beretta was one of the first things I saw online that was like funny, and when I met him later in life, it was the weirdest, like, you know what I mean? Like vaguely starstruck, where you're just like, oh my God, you're the, when I was just watching E-Bombs World and stuff, but I was like, a kid. So I don't know. There's something really unique in this group that's like kind-hearted and comes from the true good place, which is rare. I think
that's very interesting, Jarrett, because I don't think I've stepped outside of like who we just are and thought about what we're doing and like what it actually even is. And
perspective is
you're
hard.
right. I think it is like objectively, we are all like really good people, and we're just guys.
Yeah.
No, but
you're right.
And we're just,
I would agree.
And we're just making this thing in our 30s and or beyond. And it's like this weird group of comedians that are just like doing our best to kind of like recreate what we know how to do, which is we work well together and we make this weird shit together, and somehow it's this magical potion that people want to see, and it's hard to kind of like see it for that.
Yeah, it's like this very lightning in a bottle quality. I've never done stand up, but like every once in a while, there's like I kind of feel like I want to try. But I wanted to start. So I was like, it would be so funny to do a stand up night for only people over 30 who have done stand up for less than 2 years, and it's called Oh No.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Oh no.
'Cause
I could get you. Here's the thing. I could get you an entire cast.
I know when that, and
Like,
it'd be
I
so.
know
And in the back of the
15
room,
people.
everyone's just going like, "Oh my god, oh my god."
Yeah.
Oh, I love
just
that.
cringe.
Oh,
But something
well,
like that where we get to
yeah.
share with each other our real stuff.
Well, because
not
you
just,
were
"Oh,
saying
no."
like, who's gonna read what I wrote, and no one's gonna just read this.
Dude, yeah, or like even like a reading series, like you know, if you did public readings of each other's
Yeah,
scripts
yeah,
or
well, I
whatever.
was
do that
thinking
every
too-
month.
You do?
I have a reading of
What?
script. Yes.
Like,
I have
what
a
if
script
we-
group that we read every month our script.
Well, that's
Is
what
it
I'm
public,
saying.
though? Like if you did it as a performance,
No,
kind of.
it's like a group of 8 people that are really good writers.
Well,
and then
those I
we
know.
always
Those
bring
are common,
something
right?
to
Those
it.
are like
yeah,
writer groups.
yeah.
Which I didn't really know about until going to this writers conference, and everyone's like, "Get in a
My
writers
writers
group.
group.
Get in a writers
Yeah.
group."
So I find the idea of a writers group pretty repulsive though, because I just.
Oh.
So what's the version of it where you bring your funny pals together? You know, it's like, don't read your fucking 14-page script.
No, it's
But it's
never
like,
that.
tell us your sketch ideas.
That's what it is.
Or like, let's just fucking like, if you have like a short film
Sure.
that you haven't finished and you just want to show an
Yeah.
audience,
Yes.
like just everything in
Well,
one
I
night.
There's
No, go.
There's beautiful parts about it. The one that like I do every now and then is like where it literally is people come and they bring something, but it's more often than not ideas at a table that you all just talk about. And then there's one guy that's like been working on
I don't
want
want
to
to hear anybody's fucking ideas.
There's one
So
guy
I don't
that's
think this
I'm not
super.
going to sit down and listen to your ideas.
no, it's
See,
really
that's the thing,
good.
the way-
No way.
It's super fun.
See, that's the way I feel about someone reading. They're like, so I've got this 30-page
Yeah.
script. Here's a
No,
copy for everyone.
I would
And
never
it's like,
do that.
I don't know, man.
Well,
It's like,
I-
but
I
look,
would
the
do
thing
that.
is like,
I would
I
do
will
that.
gladly read your script. But like, you know, not for like hours, not for like no. I'll read your fucking script. Like, send it to me and I'll read it. But it's like, if you're my friend or whatever,
Yeah.
like, you know, don't fucking just tweet me your
And
scripts.
your email, just put your email.
Yeah,
in
don't
there
fucking
for everyone.
email me
Can we
scripts.
just say that
I'm
as
just
Steve
saying, like,
Zaragoza's Twitter bio? Don't fucking tweet
fucking
me your
tweet me
scripts.
Steve S. Zaragoza
Here's the thing.
at gmail.com.
gmail.com.
it's like, I'll read a friend's script. Like, Jared, if you have a script that you want me to read, like, I will
Cool.
gladly read
Well,
it. That
I
will
think
be a priority.
Right,
for
but there's
me.
a difference about read my script. Well, I know what you're saying.
I just don't want to
But,
sit with a group of people when
Yeah.
the energy is like up here.
Yeah, it's a party versus like a favor.
Yeah, and it's like,
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
read the script about a guy that dies while he
I
marries his
understand.
wife, and it's like,
Depends on the
yeah,
night.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Wait, hold on. Steve, he's dying while married?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to read
It's a
this.
dark
Oh,
wedding.
wait a
It's a
minute.
very dark wedding.
He's like,
It's called
naked.
Till
Could be
Death.
really good.
He's dying while
Really good.
at the wedding. The whole short film.
Thank you,
is
everybody,
at
for
the
watching.
frickin'
I
I think
wedding.
that's
thanks
all
for
we
being
need.
here.
I mean,
Very
yeah,
good.
really. Here, I'll play the intro.
Damn, dude.
the whole short film is at the wedding, and he's dying.
Yeah,
Wait.
maybe he's in a hospital bed or something, or maybe not. Maybe he looks
God.
fine.
Maybe he finds out that like he gets a weird disease and he's gonna die in 24 hours.
24
it just
hours.
happens to be the day of his
Yeah.
wedding.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Oh,
best
God,
day,
guys.
last day of my life.
Show must go on. I'm not
Till
canceled.
death.
Are we doing this? Are we doing this? I mean,
I'm in.
And then literally she
Jarrett's
goes,
in. Jarrett, you play the guy. You
till
gotta
death.
be the guy.
Great.
And then tears stream down his face
Yeah.
as he says till death, and it's like,
Oh,
And then it just guys, it cuts to black. You don't even see him actually die. It just cuts to black.
it's gotta.
Yeah.
It cuts
It
to black.
has
Well,
to.
okay. Just black? I was
Yeah,
thinking white.
Or
Ooh, cutting to
No.
white is nice.
why?
No
'Cause
one
you're
does it. No one
inferring
does
that
it.
there's a thereafter, or is it because your synapses are firing off? And
You know
that's-
what?
Because
Let's
she's
not
wearing
say
a
it. You
white
don't- no,
wedding
no.
dress, and it will fade
Don't
out
say
like
it.
a
No,
star
no.
wipe
Listen
from
to
the
me.
dress.
Listen to me.
Like she'll
Never
look-
listen.
I think they're sitting
never
on a dock.
explain it. Never
explain it.
That's right. That's
everyone.
right. There's-
It
I
just
think
goes to
they're-
white
yeah.
and it's for everyone.
right,
Yeah.
they're sitting on a dock with their feet in the water, and he's leaning against her. He's
Why
happy.
did you say dock?
Why?
Yeah.
Because it's like
Is
a
that
point
where
of
they got
departure.
married?
Obviously.
That's where they got
like
married.
the river they're going to
Docks are
cross.
my point of
Okay, well
departure.
well, of course the river Styx,
River
you know,
Styx. I
Karen
know,
and
I
whatnot.
understand.
So they're sitting there, and then he leans his head, and then you realize, oh, he's passed away, and then it goes to
Oh.
light.
Yeah.
Oh, him dead.
I don't
Wait,
wanna see
hold
that.
on.
I don't wanna see that body.
Well, you don't know maybe,
Fall
but there's
in love
crickets.
again.
Yeah.
It'll last forever.
And
Could you
cicadas.
imagine
I don't
hearing
think
that
we
song?
could get
Oh,
that-
but
the
imagine
rights.
it. I think
you could get that. I don't even know what that was.
We
so.
can't get those rights. Can you think of anything else really quickly?
Who's done, is that Stevie Wonder, right? That's gonna be like millions
no, that's
of dollars.
Not, is that no? That's not Stevie Wonder.
I think it is.
I believe in a home. No.
I believe
Another
I
when
song-
believe I can fly.
Another song?
I believe when I fall in love.
Isn't it? It's not.
Shattered
okay,
dreams.
I'd like to-
No, it's
Wait,
Cher.
guys.
And it goes, do you believe in love after love after love? And that's the credits.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
that's
believe
right.
when I fall in love, it will be forever is a soul song co-written and performed by American singer-songwriter Stevie Wonder.
What version am I thinking of? Then?
I don't know, but that's the best version that exists.
The
I'm
Gorillaz
thinking
redid
of-
it. It was
oh,
really good.
it was
Wait,
really
are you
good.
fucking serious?
No, I'm not.
The
That was a lie.
Gorillaz?
I just
No,
made
you
a.
just
I just
made
made it
that
up.
up.
I made
You
it up.
just made
Steve.
me
Come on.
so happy and then so sad
Yeah,
so
that's mean.
fast.
Listen, guys, I'm going to here to talk to you about a little thing called Robinhood. Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos, all commission-free. Do you know how cool that is? It's pretty neat. Also, it looks really good. It's a very nice, pleasant green color when you download it, so it looks nice on your home screen. That's not a bullet point. That's just a personal story. They strive to make financial services work for everyone, not just the wealthy. In case you happen to not be a wealthy person, they have a non-intimidating way for stock market newcomers to invest for the first time with true confidence. It is different without music, Steve. Simple and intuitive, clear design with data presented in an easy to digest way. Listen, guys, if you haven't done this, if you haven't done have you done the stocks? Have you done any stocks, Jarrett? Are you
Yeah,
on
it's so funny because I was almost going to say, I do stocks with different companies. So
Please
I
not
didn't.
now.
Stop
Wait
that.
till we're not doing the sponsor ad.
No, not now. Listen, I have not done any, but I think it's
I
wonderful.
don't really. I'm brand new to it. You should get into it, children.
It's wonderful. Children, listen, there's costs, there's no commission fees. The other brokerages might charge up to $10 for every trade, and this one you just swipe up. Like it's really fun. It makes it like a video game, and it's super easy to use. It's the web platform also lets you view stock collections, like the 100 most popular sectors, or like entertainment, social media, or curated categories like female CEOs and analyst ratings of buy, hold, sell for every stock by doing that, by doing the Robinhood, the Robinhood thing. So anyway, guys, if you would like me to stop talking, you should go to Robinhood. Okay? Listen to this. Valley.robinhood.com. That's valley.robinhood.com, and you will get a free stock like Apple or Ford or Sprint.
What?
This is exciting. Yeah, you get
Yeah, you get a free stock,
it's
dude.
really fun. You get to play around with it. It's so cool.
And you scratch off
I feel like Wolf of Wall Street pretty
They
much
just give you
immediately.
one
when you sign up.
stock?
And if somebody else signs up, you get other stocks too.
Even if it's an
They send-
expensive stock. or
Yeah.
something?
Oh, yeah.
You never know.
You
It's
never
a
know.
chance.
Oh, it's like you don't know what
Yeah.
you're gonna get.
So I got like GoPro and all that. It's really
Oh,
fun.
that's a
yeah.
good one.
So
Sounds
anyway,
like a good one.
yeah, valley.robinhood.com, guys. Go check it
Sick,
and get your free
dude.
stock.
Yes.
You lost me at female CEOs.
Oh my God.
Oh,
we
wow.
would. Elliott and I did a show for years, and by years I mean at least 2.
Yeah.
Lip sync battle.
10 rules for dating my
and
teenage daughter.
I don't think I ever
17
watched.
years you guys
17
did.
years we did that show, but I don't think I ever watched an episode. But the most fun was
So fun.
doing it.
Yeah.
Like we had. It was one of the funnest things that we did, and our whole goal was to like make the audience, make
Yeah.
The crew
Oh.
break. It was a great crew. It was
So
the
silly.
most fun. It was so silly. It was the silliest thing we ever
Miss
did.
those guys.
And then when we saw it, we were like, all right.
I put,
but
like-
it was itself
Yeah.
the best.
That's
but
how
also,
I met Matthew, who I love very
Yes,
much.
who you love very much.
We're going to Vegas,
That's
I
how
think,
I
at
met
the beginning of the
Janine,
year.
who I love
Yes,
very
I
much.
love
You
Janine
can leave
as
your
well.
love life out of the podcast
That's how I met
right now.
Gerard.
She's got a beautiful
I
girlfriend.
love Gerard so much.
Janine's
Yes.
gorgeous.
Yeah. And
need
I
to
mean,
hate a
rightly so.
personal
Janine's
life.
a tremendous
and she's
person
wonderful
on every level.
Oh my goodness.
But
Save it for your
also-
love
Who do
She'll
you
never
know?
hear
Who do
this.
you know from that project?
I don't think you know a single person.
Oh no.
Glorious.
Also, guys, I don't want to be this person, but it's probably why Adam Sandler and all his
Well.
friends keep making movies together.
Yes.
They
That's
do
the
that.
dream,
They
I
said that.
They
think.
said that. They said that they did Grown Ups 1 and 2 so they could have vacations in Hawaii
Look,
together.
it's not
love
quite the same
really
thing.
bad and not
but-
funny
Dude,
vacations in
I
Hawaii.
Who
I bet
cares?
the vacations in
I
I
know
want to
that.
be in an
funny.
I'm
Ocean's
just being
movie just so
Joker.
like all I have to do is wear nice clothes and watches
Yeah.
and be like,
Yeah.
you know,
We
Hold on,
we
do that again for the camera.
That's
Be
like-
huh?
you know?
Jared's character.
very good eyelid flutter.
It'll be more Soderbergh. It'll be more like, you know,
Yeah.
Still like a scoop with
Just
the
like-
neck.
I think just a simple
maybe
like,
that, maybe a little.
Real quick, guys. We sorry, I go ahead.
No,
Don't
just-
interrupt
I was
his
just
eye
subtly,
flutter.
realistically acting, but in a kind of like we're all.
Yeah.
The only emotion we play is cool. all
You're
the
showing
time.
your range.
I love that.
just so cool.
We
And
we
and
sold out.
snacking, you know,
So we sold out the New York show. And speaking of this, made me think of
Oh,
this
this
when
is
you were
good.
talking about the Adam Sandler
Yeah.
thing.
Big Apple.
And then the Big Apple, Madison Square Garden,
Massive
and
apple.
it's
Barclays
super exciting.
Center, dude?
But
Where is
now,
that Big Apple? Every time I've gone, I've tried to find it. Is there where?
You know why it's called the Big Apple, don't you? Do you not know why? It's
To
really
clarify,
cool.
that wasn't funny. I just went down the wrong pipe.
Please don't.
No,
I actually just
no,
took
I'll
it.
take
I was
it.
laughing.
I'll take what
I'll
I can get.
interpret it how I
I can
interpret
take
it.
what I can
I
get.
just poured pamplemousse down my
You
breathe
didn't think it
hole.
was funny that I was looking for the. That I flew to New York and
And
tried to find
definitely
a giant
funny.
apple.
I'm just mad that it's not that funny.
You didn't think that was that classic Steve
Like I
there
thought
it
you'd
goes.
see it from the plane. Honestly,
You got him.
why is it called the? Why is it called the Big
It's
Apple?
Great
called
Wall
the
of
Big Apple
China.
because
There's the
everybody
Big Apple.
Wait, wait,
says-
wait,
It's
wait.
context, you know.
It used to be New York. Itself used to be
It's in
a
Central Park.
huge apple orchard, and so
No, I'm pretty sure it was
years
one
over
big
time-
apple. You know, like James and the Giant Peach. I'm pretty sure.
That the orchard doesn't
I'm
sound
sorry.
When it was New Amsterdam, the Dutch came over in a giant apple, and that's what they started as. Of course, it
What
rotted
if the
eventually.
giant
but
apple was an actual?
it was a giant apple, and they treated it with lacquers,
I want to start a
so it
movement
survived the
that's
journey
like,
across the
Lacquers.
ocean.
I want to start a movement that's like
You've
the
heard
flat.
of lacquers.
Listen to me.
You're aware of lacquers, right?
I want a
You know,
movement. I want to start a
epoxy
movement
sealants.
where like kind of like the flat earthers.
I
where there was
definitely want to
where there
do
was
that.
a giant
Don't
apple.
mistake that for Lee
I
laughing.
was-
She just happened to choke.
I was this close to spending $5 to rent a movie called Beyond Majestic, which the cover is a reptilian in a
Oh yeah.
crown going
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. You
this.
got
I'm
it.
gonna Venmo you. Sorry,
I was like, oh, the trailer is
Where
about-
did you see
Dude,
it?
Amazon. I was looking at the movies that came on Amazon.
I'm
it's,
sorry.
All the reviews are good, and they're all like, this is the best red pilling movie there is. And it's about how there's a secret space program since like the 40s, trillions of dollars spent, and they're hiding it all from us. And the Nazis put a moon base up there on the moon.
Oh, dude,
It's
your
awesome.
video is so freaking funny. on,
Thank you. That meant a lot to me that you
Oh
liked
yeah,
I
it.
yeah,
loved
yeah.
it.
We were watching
I loved
it here.
It's
That's-
so it was
Jarrett,
so
I'm
plausible.
gonna Venmo you $5 right now, so you can rent that Nazi moon base.
I'm gonna. It's Beyond Majestic.
For our listeners, Jarrett,
I
can
feel
you-
like bad. I like plugged that movie.
rather than plug that movie, can you plug your documentary that you did and explain
Sure.
the conspiracy that you discovered regarding the
Sure, I'll
shutdown
try
of
to. I will
Smosh?
say I kind of like that it's not getting a lot of views because I think it adds to
We
the,
tell ourselves that every day.
So then let's not talk
I
about it.
think
Let's
it
move on.
adds
Yeah.
to the the algorithm, the blame. It adds to the conspiracy, and also because I like that the what is
It's not me.
happening?
Who's pulling the cables?
No one's pulling the cable.
It's not me.
I also
It just keeps dropping down.
I am literally doing nothing, and it just keeps falling.
I don't want to explain the whole thing. It's long.
I didn't get to. I just really wanted to have fun with my pals. That's
Yeah.
all. I didn't really
It's
care about
also,
the
like,
content.
You kind of talked
Steve
about this
is-
a little bit, but you did plan the whole thing, and
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
something to be said when you have
And it was,
friends
like,
and
air-
Steve's
Airtight.
love language is quality time.
It
Mine
That
really
is
is.
his
Yeah,
love
mine
language.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
It's his quality. Is that your love language
yours.
too,
Oh, yeah.
Morgan?
Like 90
Words of affirmation?
97.6%, I think. And then there's 2.4 not words of affirmation.
Physical
do
touch?
Nothing. I like it, but yeah, no, it's definitely quality time for sure.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
I believe that.
for
I
sure.
believe it too
I
now.
love it.
Now
yeah.
that I
makes
hear it,
sense
I
to
believe
me.
it for
I'm
sure.
if I'm alone
I
for
could
a long
give
time, I go
a
nuts.
shit about quality time. Is that weird?
No.
I mean, I love doing it, but it's like not
I don't think
physical
it's weird.
touch. Words of affirmation are mine, and I could care less about acts of service. Like it's not. I don't care.
And gifts. You don't
Well,
care
we
about
don't really care.
gifts?
I care. I like to give them,
I like
but
to
I'm not.
They're fun
But
to
it's
give.
all physical touch
Yeah.
and words of
Yeah,
affirmation.
it's funny. We're all different little
Isn't
snowflakes.
that fun? What is it? And yours is
Interesting.
quality
California
time.
snowflakes.
yeah,
And physical
yeah.
touch. I
yeah,
think you're
and
a big-
physical
and physical
touch.
touch.
Way
Physical touch. I
yeah.
think you're a 50-50 on that.
Yeah, yeah.
And Jarrett Sleeper is, what are you? You
All
are
in
physical.
on physical
all
touch,
in on
baby.
physical touch.
yeah.
I think pretty much because there's a lot. I don't know the other ones. Yeah, I
They
don't
don't
know.
appeal to me. I don't really care.
Or they just don't. They don't
Do it.
impact me on like
Yeah.
a deep.
Especially when
unconscious
you
level.
do like the math and you're like, oh, someone does so like Delman is like so acts of service that like that's what he does, and I always feel bad because I'm like, oh, I wish
Yeah.
I cared more about that. Because
Well, that's the
Because
trick.
he thinks
is,
he thinks he's
yeah,
being super sweet.
that's who his
you
that's
got-
what he's doing.
Yeah, figuring out how to know what your loved ones' languages, and it's usually what they're inclined to do.
Yes.
And if you can just actually, it's amazing how hard that is to actually employ.
To
like do the thing that they like for them.
Shit, I gotta empty out the stupid dishwasher.
Yeah, because it doesn't mean anything to you, or it's like, in that case.
Yeah.
I love that the 5 love languages is like an old evangelical 1980s Christian author, and it's like the one thing from that world that has completely like slipped into the
well,
sort of
I think it's
just
still
like
incredibly relevant.
But also,
yeah, it's great. I mean,
also,
people do like different things.
Yes.
And it's,
but like, and just like, I mean, I'm sure it's not exactly the same as that version of it.
it's
and
literally
I think,
the exact
but
same.
I mean, like, people
It's
will
the book.
probably like reinterpret it and misinterpret it and use it in their own ways, and probably start in a way update it and update it.
It's just like
no, it's literally all the same. Believe it or not, it's basically all the same. Yeah.
I wonder if there's been any like added where it's like, especially with the new social
they do
media,
like for
everything.
kids. I know they do that.
Likes.
Like that's my
Validation,
that's
external
like,
validation.
And it is just like Jarrett was saying
languages
too,
subs.
where it's like the Bible is like a pretty. I mean, there's fundamentals in the Bible that I agree with wholeheartedly.
This is so fucking interesting. I heard somebody say this about like they were like a Bible scholar. It might have been something I read on Reddit, but it fundamentally changed my picturing of like the book. Somebody on Reddit had started a thread that was like, Christians have ran it. How do you know? Like, how do you decide which parts of the Bible to believe and which to throw out? And this biblical scholar weighed in and basically said, if you were alive when the Bible was like the thing, that like you would know the way we know that a movie on TV isn't real life. It's like a show that we're watching, or like music is this. He's like, you would know like this part are lessons and these parts are poems, and in the poems in the sense of like ancient
This is
Hebrew.
an anecdote. This is
and then he was like, and then I started thinking about it. I think they might have pointed this out too, but I took it and ran with it maybe. So I don't want to say that this is like wrong if I'm saying something that they said wrong, but that like it's literally the book. And this idea that pre-printing, like you might only have like one fucking book. Like so if something gets added to the collective story enough, like by like verbal oral storytellers, we're like, put it in the book. And so the book's like got music, like literal sheet music,
Oral
and
history,
it's got like lyrics, and then it's got like little stories we like to tell each other. It's also got some rules. It's got, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
but
like a whole
it's like
amalgamation of
yes,
everything.
and they all just become one thing, like fan fiction. It's like the book.
It's like how everyone has that, murder thing where you walk in the mirror and you put her name.
Oh, Red Rum, or the what was it? Shit, what is that?
Bloody Mary. Everyone has a different version of Bloody Mary.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. That's right. So they're like, if you took pre-printing, like it's easy to make things, there'd kind of be like one thing maybe passed around, because at the time too, like for a long time, people couldn't even read, even after Bibles were getting printed a lot. Like the point was
scribers and
well, at that time, and this was the whole Protestant Reformation was about this, but like that priests were like the arbiters of God's word, because they were the only ones who could read.
Yes.
And so like when the whole point of,
but then when they printed it, that's
right.
what started
Protestantism
all the
was about like, no, this is for everybody.
But a lot of the young Earth creationism and that whole thing, when they started taking everything literally, when they got their hands on the Bible, it was like,
so it's idiots that ruined everything.
It usually is, I think in
life.
life.
It's actually mainly men.
But yeah, I think that's where it becomes, and then it.
I mean, I do think that about like Greek myths and stuff. And it's so weird that like we look at superhero, we like have fucking Avengers Infinity War, and everybody knows it's not real. And like to think that we think people in ancient Greece were like, no, Zeus is real. They're like, no, Spider-Man is real.
100%.
You know?
Spider-Man is real. Black Widow is my best friend.
It's a good Greek accent.
One of our favorite sponsors, I'm going to keep blasting them out forever and ever, is MeUndies. And so we're talking about MeUndies today. MeUndies is one of our favorite things ever. Recently, I got a pair of, and I think you did too as well, MeUndies jammies. They have
one on my Instagram.
I wore the hell out of some last night.
Oh, they got these new jammies that are quite possibly the most comfortable jammies I have. We're talking day 6, day 7.
I'm 31 years old. I've never slept in pajamas before.
Yes.
And they're the only ones I've ever actually slept in. And now they help me sleep.
And I've also never cared enough about pajamas until now.
Until now. So we love MeUndies. We've always told you about MeUndies. MeUndies uses the coveted micromodal fabric, which is 3 times softer than cotton. And it's so true. If you've ever felt this, you're going to just lose your freaking mind in it. It's the most comfortable thing in the world.
You're going to go bonkers.
You're going to go bonkers in your bankers, baby.
Get ready, baby. You're going to lose your mind.
Also, the underwear is really tremendous. It's the most comfortable underwear, period. Delman has a few pairs, and he calls them all his lucky underwear. underwear. I don't know how that works, that all of them are, but to each their own.
He's a special man.
He's a special man.
Delman's your husband?
No.
Oh.
My Andrew Delman, my husband. You can get any style perfectly suited for you. They send you different ones. You can choose them. Men and women can each choose 4 different cuts, all of which are available with classic colors or adventurous prints. We have a ton of different adventurous prints. There's some avocado ones. There was puppy ones. They got some holiday plaid ones coming up.
Just happened.
Nothing happened.
Elliott did a good bit.
Not during an ad
Elliott
read.
did a really good bit.
A read of the ad.
I'm trying to do a ad read.
I'll explain the
Jam
bit as soon as we're done with the ad read.
Sorry, what were you saying about
Okay.
me?
That was
Um,
that was wonderful.
It was a really wonderful bit. This MeUndies is a perfect holiday gift. Seriously, a perfect. Look, you're gonna do socks and underwear. If you're gonna do it, give the best on the friggin' planet. All right? They make good stocking stuffers. And why stop at undies? They have lounge pants, onesies. They have the soft fabric, cotton, non-cotton, wonderful things that we were talking about.
Knottin is what we like to call it.
Knottin. It's not cotton.
Down
it's
at the
micromodal
MeUndies.
fabric.
Micromodal fabric. Yeah.
Micromodal fabric.
Yeah.
Bamboo, maybe?
So we have an offer. MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners, any first-time purchasers. When you purchase any MeUndies, you get 15% off and free shipping. 15% off and free shipping. And if you order by December 16th, it's in time for Christmas. So you can get those for you, and then for someone that you love, and then for someone that you hate, so that they can feel bad that they're super comfortable and you hate them and they hate you, and it doesn't matter, but they still feel bad. It's a guilt thing. It's nice. You don't give your enemies gifts.
Okay? Yeah.
But you can. So if you guys, this is a no-brainer. Just get 15% off the pair and get the most comfortable undies or lounge pants or whatever that you're ever going to put on to get your 15% on your first pair and free shipping and 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Go to MeUndies.com/Valley. That's MeUndies.com/Valley.
So Lee has one of these ungodly, unchristian hair clips, and I've been playing with it the entire time because I'm a eternal fidgeter.
Yes.
But I was playing with it, and then at one point I accidentally snapped it too hard, and a piece of it flung off. I saw it, and then Elliott pretended as if it went directly into his eye, and proceeded to execute a wonderful bit.
Also, you proceeded
good time.
it was.
Go. After you, milady.
So you just pretended like it was the most excruciating thing to ever.
Yeah, it was
happen.
wonderful,
Yeah,
and it was
good.
wonderfully
Way
done.
too painful.
Have you seen A Mighty Wind?
That's a really great one too.
Yeah, I think I've discovered I'm not super into movies.
You don't really movies?
I have a hard time. I tried watching Mission Impossible last night, and
That's
I got
not the one
halfway
to start
through.
with.
Well,
Well,
Fallout.
I'm not
the
started
new
with them. It's not. I've seen
The
movies,
newest
but yeah,
one?
I'm just not Fallout.
I would love it if
I
the first
enjoyed
movie
it.
Elliott ever tried to watch
Here we go.
Mission Impossible.
Dude, I think
begin.
Tom Cruise is a great
6.
place to
Mission
start with
Impossible
movies.
The Mission Impossible,
great.
the
That's
latest
because you
Mission
look like young
Impossible.
I love Tommy
was
Cruise.
Yeah, you are a young Tom Cruise.
quite entertaining.
It's
Let me
very good.
entertain
And I just
him.
I still was just got
Yeah,
tired.
no, I think it's because that's not a good script, but it's fun action scenes and stuff.
I
Look-
don't enjoy watching movies often.
Okay, you're a sociopath. That's
Yeah,
fine.
100%.
But
Certainly.
I will watch 6
Certainly.
hours of TV.
Hey, look, no,
Interesting.
Actually, won't watch 6 hours.
I'm
going to
defend Elliott Morgan on this because I am a
get it.
huge movie fan as well. But I also, my proclivity, my writing sensibility, my laughter sensibility is television.
I agree.
always and forever.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's why What We Do in Shadows is such an interesting movie
Yes.
because it's.
You loved that.
I loved it. And I
Especially
do
as
love
funny
many
people-
movies, but I just don't see them.
It's just very
I know.
rare to watch a movie that you actually fucking laugh at.
Mhm.
That you're like
Yes.
laughing.
Yes.
You know?
Where they
and that
catch
movie
you off
gets
guard.
me, dude.
Truly catch it. Yeah, it's
Yes.
there's moments in that movie that you know what? I had the same thing with the Adam Sandler special, the newest one. Have you guys watched?
No,
that?
no,
no,
I
but
haven't.
I've heard things.
Also haven't finished it, but it was cracking me up. I don't know if it was my
There's things
state
that
of mind, but
happen that you're just
he
like,
was,
oh my gosh, yeah.
he's so fun. Like the way he does his stand up, it sounds so conversational, and he sneaks jokes in so subtly. I don't know.
Can I tell you
I've never
that,
been a big fan of him, but
I-
now I'm in love.
I started watching Netflix's Dogs, and I'll tell you what.
Oh, dude,
I got
tried
about
it.
10 minutes in,
Yep.
and there are no dogs.
First of all, there are
And I
dogs.
just
Did you cry?
No, here's the thing, man.
What?
I
There's
was
no
like,
dogs?
Here's the thing.
No, there's dogs. It's too
literally
gross.
10 minutes in, there are zero.
Yeah.
There, and is when you
What
see
is
your first
happening?
dog
It's too serious.
in dogs. Here's the problem.
I haven't.
It is like,
love
oh
dogs.
shit, someone's dying.
Yeah.
No, I made my family watch because I was like,
It's
I heard
so-
we were all trying to figure out what to watch at Thanksgiving, all as a
Yeah,
family.
of course you have to do that. Game.
Which half the fun is just scrolling for 30 minutes.
Of
Well, we're
course.
like, that one.
Thor Ragnarok? No, you've seen it. I haven't. Jake has. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so I was like, let's just watch
Downsizing? Oh,
dogs.
they don't like Matt Damon.
They don't like
Dad
Matt
doesn't like
Damon.
Matt Damon.
Did Paddington 2? Mom hasn't seen Paddington 1.
Oh God, Mom!
If they
it's
did-
a bear that likes marmalade.
Here, the thing. If they did do downsizing,
Fucking Deliverance.
Hold on. I'm sorry. The only description for Paddington 1 is it's a bear that
that
likes
is good.
marmalade.
Yeah, that's real
Why
good.
are you so angry that she hasn't seen it?
Because it's like so many movies. We've already gone through so
Yes,
many movies.
so many.
It's
At
like
your wit's end.
yeah, that's it.
IMDb.
Bear likes marmalade.
It's about a bear that loves marmalade, so I feel like it's a good family fun show.
yeah,
and that's
you don't need
because-
to see the first one.
Right.
There's always that person that's like, I've seen it, but like if you want to play, you're like, no,
yeah,
no.
Yeah, dude, just the idea
Thank
of
you,
somebody
but no.
else has already seen it
Yeah,
and
yeah.
feeling
Yeah,
they're
it's
like,
not
I've
It's like,
seen
but
it.
look,
Like,
there's
oh,
8 of
God.
us here, and you
then-
saw it. Like, fuck you.
Even
Look
when
on your
you still
get on your
play the game,
phone.
you're like, oh, watch it again.
Oh,
I really
but
liked
there
it.
is an inverse like rule to that theory, which is if there's a movie that only one person has not seen and everybody
Yeah,
else,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what we
yeah.
ended up watching. The
oh
Matrix.
no, that's
Yes.
a pass.
Yes.
That's a pass. You got to pass on that.
You got to pass on
Well,
that.
I'm saying
No,
if,
that's
if
what you guys-
everyone's seen it except for one
Oh,
person.
no, but
That's when you're
what
like,
I'm saying.
nope, next
I'm saying
movie.
like you'll go forever going like if two
No.
people have seen it and nobody's and mostly and it's kind of like oh but if you get to the movie that like one person has not seen and
that's what
everybody
I
else
do.
loves, then the rule
if everybody
totally
else
goes
loves.
away.
That's what
Okay.
you guys did with me.
Yes,
With
yes.
You have to remember what we do in the
Okay.
shadows.
Yeah.
Literally,
And now
we're
we're full
like-
circle.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
I understand.
yes.
Then everybody
Do
loves.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like we found out my brother's girlfriend hadn't seen The Matrix, and we were like,
How?
let's watch The Matrix.
Because
It
imagine
holds
if it
up
was like
so fucking
real
like,
good.
holds up real good.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was something though, like what's a pretty bad movie that just came out recently? Like,
No.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like we didn't
The
see
Martian.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, none of us
The
have
Martian.
seen
Matt Damon again.
Here's the
that
thing.
was a
Whatever.
full
Pick
trash
your example.
movie.
What? Maybe it's the Nutcracker movie or whatever. It's like nobody wants
wow,
to
is
see.
it that bad?
It's like no, it was fine. But I'm just saying nobody wants to see it.
We turned down
anyway. But it's like
whatever the-
one person
Right.
really does, and it's like
Oh, yeah,
that's
no,
the
no,
worst.
no, no.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
only if
dogs
the
ended up being a
person's
failure.
neutral and everyone else gets excited.
But
and then it's
dogs
like-
is just like I already
It was-
knew
it
I
was
was
bad.
gonna be sad because
We
I was like,
haven't watched it
forced our
because
way
of
through
that.
one ep, but it was
I
like
can't.
not
I
good.
can't do it. It was like we were like Alana and I were watching it, and we were like, we want to see some cute puppies, and then maybe cry because it gets sad and
Yeah.
stuff. But it's like it's about this like it starts off with this like little girl who gets seizures, and
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
and the seizures don't stop, and she's just like living with constant
But wait,
seizures.
does the dog come in and
I
help
don't
her
know
through it?
because I
Oh.
got fucking 20 minutes
Got
in
it.
and I was
No, I'll
like,
tell you what.
is this a documentary about this little girl? Is this called
No,
Girls
it's
or is
about,
it called
it's about-
Dogs?
They go to this. He feels strong.
What if I?
Again in the eye.
Sorry.
Ugh.
What if I really was that?
That
like,
was for the
that
audio
passionate?
listeners only.
Upset about it.
No, but go
Audio
ahead. I'm
people
sorry.
Sorry
I
for
don't know what I
anybody.
was gonna
Sorry,
say.
sorry.
Well, it's
Oh,
just,
I was
yeah.
gonna one thing a while ago. I was gonna say I would like if Jason Bourne was shrunk very small, and that was
Oh,
a
like
movie.
downsizing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that.
Let's see him
Yeah.
solve this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
figure it
Stuart
out
Little or
now. You're the
something.
size of a paperclip.
You know,
Hidden
Honey,
in
I
the
Shrunk the
cupboard.
Kids.
Hey, how
and
you
you
gonna-
know the Bourne trilogy. So we have a
Fuck, that's
pitch
a
for
good
you.
idea.
Dude, doesn't
dude.
that feel like that feels like a full
I love
coked
this.
out
Though. It's like,
idea.
hey, Jason Bourne.
Almost as good as Frank and Dick Dog.
Yeah.
Wait, I like
Almost
this.
as good
Listen,
as
wait.
this.
Hey, Jason Bourne. Good luck getting into that super high security room. Oh, wait, but you're
wait.
small. It'd be perfect. All right, well, hey, good luck. Good luck
Yeah.
finding the secret codes to that guy's hideout. Well, you could really easily find him if you were small.
Just walking
This
around.
is brilliant.
Yeah, but
This
it's
is
just going to be
brilliant.
like Jason Bourne just trying to hold up a large pencil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's gonna. You
Yeah,
know,
but also if they saw him, they just step
It
on
really
him.
is.
Yeah.
If he walks
remember?
past like a hose, he'll just get washed
heat.
away.
I
and
do want to
drown.
Yeah.
see. Do you
It's a
remember
dangerous
movies way,
you're in that
way back
situation.
in the day
And
when
then other
like
bugs.
when people,
Any bug.
remember movies like way early on when they would have like people who shrunk down? Like the only way
It was
they
like a
would,
genre for a while.
it was like a super popular genre.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
I think
Honey,
that's where
I Shrunk
Vor
Body
came
Space.
from. Is that where Vor came from? But anyway,
Or
hold on,
like,
we'll get into,
Guys, let's talk
In-
about
hold on,
Vor.
we'll get into Vor in just a second.
Indian in the cupboard type stuff. Or
No, I'm talking about way earlier, like The
Oh,
Incredible Shrinking Man, like movies from
yeah,
like
yeah,
way
yeah,
back
yeah,
in the day.
yeah.
there was this huge just influx of like shrunken people movies from like way back in the 50s.
Inner Space, not Body Space.
Yeah. Inner Space is a fantastic movie. But then it happened again. I don't know. For some reason, people just love the idea of being shrunk. I don't know what that is.
That does sound like a fetish.
What are the psychological implications of that? We'll think about it. But listen, the point I'm trying to make is that anytime they made those movies where people shrank, the only way to like represent that visually was they would just give an actor like a giant pencil or something and be like, I'm shrunk. And it's like every scene would have the same giant pencil.
Well, that's what
because it was like the only prop they had.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids because I love Rick Moranis like more than I've tried to put him in multiple vehicles in my life, trying to be like, please.
Excellent cartoon.
But with Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, if you actually do the math, there's like the ant is gigantic, but the cookie is not. But the like literally, you're like, what world is this?
Right.
Because everything is the scale is.
You guys should do a Valleyfolk sketch about this. You guys should shrink yourselves for a sketch.
We just don't have the budget.
Guys, welcome to this next sponsor of the Valleycast. This is the Hunt a Killer. The Hunt a Killer, really cool, awesome. I guess it's like a game, or it's maybe. I guess you could call it like an alternate reality game in a way, like an ARG. Basically, if you like true crime, or if you like true crime podcasts, or anything like that, this is basically like that, but you're a part of it. Like you're part of this.
You are
this crime in a way.
A killer.
And also, do you like escape rooms? Like escape rooms are totally those things where like you go in and everyone works together to solve the mystery or something. Yes. That's basically what this is. But it's like it's sent to you essentially. So Hunt a Killer is just basically what it is a monthly subscription where you become a detective immersed in a murder mystery. Each month you'll receive crime scene photos, evidence, motive, and suspect information that you'll need to solve on your own. It's like you're Batman. It's like you're the detective. It's
you're
like,
Olivia Benson, baby.
Yeah, you're the guy. Guess what? You're the guy.
You're the girl.
You're the girl. You're the dude. You're the it. You're the person. You're the one. You are the one that's going to solve this mystery. So it's so interactive and convincing that it looks and feels real when you get these like crime scene photos and stuff. Hunt a Killer is perfect to play solo, as a date night, or a game night with your friends. So you can exchange theories. You guys can all work on it together. You can even join an online community working with other people who are at the same point in the story as you. So it's a super interactive. Over 60,000 people have joined Hunt a Killer's online community, and they have over 1,000 5-star customer reviews. So we actually haven't dug into the Hunt a Killer thing yet.
I was gonna say if anybody does like get it and uses it for like a date night, I would love to hear what the experience is like. 'Cause I'm just curious.
We have it.
Yeah, we do have it, but we haven't done it. But I wanted it specifically for like the date night thing. Like if that's fun with two people, or if it's like even solo, but the date
would you want to? Elliott, would you be interested in taking it and then using it as a date night or something? Would you be into it and explaining your personal experience with it?
Well, yeah, but yeah,
he's taking time for himself right now.
I don't really.
Oh, you're taking time for yourself.
We could in the future, though. Yeah, that's
what you're saying.
I would totally do
I'll
that.
hunt a
but
killer
in the
with
meantime, I'd be very.
Are you saying that you're currently single and you're
date?
not seeing anybody? Is that what you're saying?
That wasn't what I was saying. I was just saying that.
Okay, well, what are you saying? So guys,
why don't you
I said exactly that? That's not what I'm saying.
Wait a minute. Why are you trying to avoid hunting this killer?
Yeah, do you want this person to keep killing people?
I did emphasize that
Are you
I wouldn't want to
worried
do
that
it solo.
we might find out who the killer is?
Yeah.
Well, listen, having the box here in the building is making me itch to just open it up. So maybe I'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at it and have some fun with it. But here's the thing, guys. For our listeners, you can go to huntakiller.com/Valley for 10% off your first box. They only accept 200 members per day. So hurry to take advantage of this offer. It's just like a super cool secret little game that you can play with a community of people.
Don't we all just have a latent desire to hunt a person?
Yeah, or do a good thing and save someone.
Well, I thought just hunt someone, but you get the excuse because you're like, oh, they're a killer. I have to hunt them.
Absolutely.
So guys,
unleash the hounds.
Guys,
I have urges to hunt people. Sorry, go ahead, Steve.
No, that's huntakiller.com/Valley for 10% off your first box. Huntakiller.com/Valley. See if you have what it takes to get into the mind of a serial killer and solve the mystery.
I just feel like you invite a bunch of people over. You don't tell them what's going on.
Elliott for sure has the ability to get in the mind of a serial killer.
Are you guys ready to?
You're not wrong. You're not
you guys
wrong.
ready to jump into the world of Vor?
I don't know what Vor
Okay,
is.
so this is how I found out about Vor.
I don't have a clue what this is.
I don't know how I found out about this in the first place, but there's sexy airplanes. Here, I just Googled cartoon sexy airplane. This is the first one that came up. That's a
my
sexy
God.
jet blue jet.
Yeah,
Okay.
the world is so
Okay,
wonderful.
It's so good. And let's see if we
Well,
can.
I would have
here's
never.
a-
I would have
Are
thought
you
JetBlue
about to
was
show me
a man.
Here's a
pornography?
blue angel. Here's a
Do that.
sexy blue
That's pretty
angel.
pornographic. What am I
Okay.
looking at?
Any
What is that?
male? Is there any sexy male airplanes?
Not
or we
really.
don't?
It's sort of like
Is
you
this
know.
Vor?
No,
No, but
This is the gateway to- this is Jarrett's gateway to Vor.
So hold on, I
Sexy
believe.
airplane.
and we all
So-
have our own gateways to Vor.
And
This
here
is Jarrett.
is how I discovered Vor, because it's a Vor sexy airplane kind of.
Okay,
It's Vor airplane.
What
Do you guys
is
get what Vor is?
let me
yet?
see. Let me see that picture.
it-
Let me
You don't
see
think
if
that's Vor?
Is it sexually
That's
making
airplane Vor.
inanimate objects having sex?
I
or
don't
is
know
it-
if this is Vor.
Are you kidding? No, look at it. Look at it.
Oh, yeah.
For
No,
sure it
no.
is.
No, it's totally
Yeah,
Vor.
it's 100%
But interesting.
Vor.
That was your first Vor.
This is my first Vor experience, and then I found out about yes.
Okay, so can I pull up the Urban Dictionary
Yeah, please
yeah.
do.
I'm
definition
very
of
curious.
Vor? Are you guys
I
ready
am
for this?
too, 'cause
I
I
love
don't-
that
I
you-
just
yes,
don't know.
Vor, short for Vorarephilia or
Oh, the
Vorarephilia.
vehicles. Okay.
No.
No.
I won't
Wrong.
make assumptions. I'm sorry.
It's a fetish in which one fantasizes about being eaten alive or eating another creature alive, sometimes known as phagophilia. That's Phag.
Probably Fad Show.
Phagophilia.
Phago.
The most common type of Vor is
Phago.
soft Vor, being swallowed or swallowing whole with no bloodshed.
Right.
There's
So
also
like a snake.
Like a minnow.
Like
or
a
something.
snake.
And
Like
that's
there's
why the
also-
belly's all.
yes. There's also the less common hard Vor, which involves the tearing and chewing of
Yeah,
flesh.
that's not
Other
for
types
me.
of Vor include macrophilia and microphilia, in which one character involved in the Vor is larger or smaller than the normal.
Shrunken.
Shrunken.
Yeah.
I think we're sort of unpack why this was a popular
So that's what I'm
genre.
saying. Like, I mean, potentially Vor could have something to do with it. I do know that when you search for Vor in the image search on Google, you'll see even the scene from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids
With the kid in the
where the
cereal.
dad's
Yeah.
mouth is open and the little
Yeah.
kid is inside the Cheerio.
Yeah.
It's
There's
like,
definitely big Freudian
I think maybe it's a societal thing.
implications
There has
there,
to
like
be.
We're talking
going
that-
into the abyss and like you're dying.
I
you're
think- I
being
mean, also
consumed
let's-
back to your source.
Maybe
It's
it's
all
also
like,
womb. It's very womb and
Womb, yep.
stomach.
Oh, the
and
Vor
very,
stuff.
Yeah,
you
any
know,
sort of
all
void that you go
very
into is,
going
yeah.
back into
Yep.
the uterine.
Also, being shrunk maybe has to do with like
Helplessness.
You know, creating a consensual environment in which you're celebrating and laughing at the idea of being insignificant and just constantly under the sway of powers that are above
Yeah.
and beyond you.
Yep,
Like
yep.
late-stage
There's a,
capitalism,
There's also
basically.
the thing about just being tiny's kind of cool.
there's a Psychology Today article by Dr. Mark Griffiths, PhD, Mark D. Griffiths. The article's titled Vorarephilia. I'm sorry,
I hardly
Vorarephilia and being eaten for sexual pleasure. Another look at the strange world of Vor fetishism. I think that's a little kink shame.
I
to
do.
call it strange.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I hardly what?
Nelia? I don't know.
Nearly.
I do follow this Instagram account. Nature is metal, but it's not sexual.
Oh, I
for
follow
me.
that one too.
It's not sexual for me at all, but I love it. It's fucking weird.
Nature is
Is
metal.
it sexual for other people?
It's probably there's got to be someone it is,
Well,
but
yeah,
it's
I
mostly
guess, I
just
mean.
animals eating other animals.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
just being
yeah,
like,
yeah.
wow,
And also
it is
just like-
fucked up.
Oh,
out
I've
there.
seen that
like,
account.
You know,
Yeah.
is spider catching shit in its web and just
Yeah.
being
Yeah, but
like,
it'll be
Real
like
gruesome,
there's like
Yeah.
real
there's
life
like
stuff. Yeah.
they're really into if you ever have a bug that's like there's like a mantis that got a bird.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary as shit.
Yeah,
There's
whenever,
one they put the other
anything
day.
that goes is not gonna.
No.
it doesn't end
Guys,
well
this
for
is
you.
interesting. Listen to this.
There was one of a pig eating a deer, and you're like,
Wow.
oh my
Whoa.
god, just
Is
going
that-
hog
is it like a
wild.
Pig
boar?
or
Is it
hog?
like
a
a hog.
Yeah,
But
hogs
like-
are vicious little
but like
pieces of
like
shit.
a farm,
They'll
like
eat
one
you.
that would be
Mhm.
farmed, like not just a wild boar. It might have been a boar, but it's the same thing though. They're domesticated.
This was-
because
So,
they're feral.
Doctor,
very common
really
thing-
quick.
Well, I'm sorry.
No,
it's
go
just
ahead.
for the
What's
boar.
boar? Go ahead.
It was a very common thing that was like constantly said by my Kansas grandma and grandpa. Whenever I'd be like, I don't really want to eat bacon pigs, they would always be like, you fall in that pig pit, they're gonna eat you. Like that was
Yes.
always something
I've
that they would
never
always
not-
just.
Anytime I eat meat,
If I
I
want a
do
pig
do
pin,
it out of
they're gonna
vengeance.
eat ya.
I know that they would
Yeah.
do the same to me, and I'm
Yeah.
just beating them to the
Listen,
punch.
listen to this
Yeah.
though, guys, really quick on
Yeah, please.
Vor. Dr. Friedemann Pfaffen said.
That sounds like a fake.
Mhm.
They
You're making them
commented on the many phrases that exist in the English language to relate sex, love, and consumption, including referring to someone as looking good enough to eat.
Oh,
the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And describing a sexually appealing person as sweet, juicy, appetizing, or tasty.
It's
That's
consume it.
horrific.
Or like
Yeah.
beating up those guts.
Christian religions even sanction metaphorical cannibalism through their sacrament rituals.
Yeah, with the
during which participants
wafer,
consume bread or wafers meant to represent the body of Christ and wine intended to represent the blood of Christ, a show of Jesus' love and of his people, and in turn for their love for
I
him.
saw a good meme
By
the
sharing
other
his
day.
blood and flesh, the act was intended to merge as one the divine and the mortal.
I saw a good meme the other day that was
Merging.
Jesus saying, "Eat of my bread, eat of my body, it is bread," and then the Romans going, "Let's get this bread," and then him going, "Oh no."
my favorite.
Was that that was a political cartoon?
Yeah.
Or?
I really.
I don't like
bread.
that.
Oh.
I feel like you toss that into my brain, and I'm like, nah, I don't want it in there.
I
It's
still
there
really
forever
love
now.
the friggin' Family Guy is still my favorite thing of like, this is the blood of Christ. This guy must have been drunk all the time. It's my favorite one. Like,
I've never heard
so
that. That's
annoying.
so
That's
good.
really
The
good.
Turkey Man also is another case involved with the
Hi.
idea, and also
I'm
Hansel
Frida
and Gretel.
Pfefferman.
Also,
Well-
Hansel and Gretel, the fairy tale,
Oh,
where they
yeah.
both cooked and ate the children.
Um,
The Turkey Man, though, was a traveling businessman who regularly hired a dominatrix to meet him in his hotel room to cook him. He had designed a facsimile of an oven from a cardboard box, including rudimentary knobs and a door that could be
I
open and
love
closed.
This is my oven.
He would lie down in this box on his back, wearing only socks,
gonna
while the
just get in
dominatrix
it and-
would you stuff him?
the
Just have my
dominatrix would
soul.
describe in great detail the process of his body being cooked and eaten by
you-
her.
Putting aromatics in him and stuff.
The Turkey Man could become so aroused by this fantasy that he was
Well,
able
stuffing
to
it won't cook
orgasm
evenly.
without any physical
aroused.
stimulation of his penis.
Yeah, I'm really good. I think I might. I don't even have to touch it. This is nice.
Would she baste him?
It doesn't say anything about basting, but Likens
say
and Cantor
anything
also
about
noted the
basting.
differences
Bad.
between Vorarephilia and cannibalism. In most cases of Vorarephilia, the victim is swallowed whole. In fact, several requests for
I
fantasies
think I would be more of
included a specific
soft
ban on the
core.
chewing of the victim. This is an
I don't
important
wanna be
aspect that
chewed.
separates persons interested in vor versus those interested in sexual cannibalism. In vor, the victim is swallowed whole while still alive, though consumption most often occurred through the mouth. It also occurred through the vagina, the anus,
Well, you
or
can
the
consume
breasts,
things that way.
through the nipples of the consumer.
No ears. Not a single ear.
Not a single ear or nostril.
It's just like-
I
Yeah,
know
all
it's funny
all
about
sexual.
it.
Oh, dude,
I
how
don't know
good
why,
would it be
yeah.
to be chopped up and snorted, you know?
Yeah.
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 Thank you so much for listening to the Valleycast, and we do appreciate you. And Jarrett, thank you for coming. Where
Yeah,
can people
man.
find you?
For having me.
What can...
Yeah, go do it.
Sure.
Ready, wanna
Here,
do it at
what?
the same
Let's do
time?
this.
Sure.
1, 2, 3.
Where can people find you
you?
if they want to find?
Shit.
And that's it. We're good.
I would check. I do a mental health and being a person podcast that you guys have both been on. I'm trying to get the
I'm
rest
trying,
of the
I'm
Valleyfolk.
trying.
It's
We're gonna
called
make it
My Good Bad Brain.
It's great.
And I think that's fun. It comes out pretty much once a week. And, you know,
Can,
it does come out once a week, usually late though.
I would like to request, I kind of did this before, but I would like to do another episode where I'm not so high that I am able to.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
I don't know what we talked about.
I'm so down to do that. Also, because I've changed since the early. He learned to talk to people. I was like, now I keep it like around an hour and a half. And
Yeah,
Oh,
and
really?
I did
Cool.
one where it literally it's like a
was like
3 hour
3 hours. That
episode.
was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a
Which
really
is
wonderful-
cool, but yeah, I
Yeah.
want to.
And I want you to know, Jarrett, that I would prefer not to be incredibly so inebriated that I'm like talking about my childhood shit and it starts to get weird.
Well,
you
that
probably
is what-
should, though,
that's
talk
what
about
the
it.
thi-
You've
yeah.
had a lot
Actually,
of
we're not
anxiety as a child,
usually-
and he's come past it.
It's very rare.
My
that I
grandpa
get messed
used
up
to,
with-
my uncle used to force me to watch Philo Goes West in his room.
Yeah.
He made me watch it a lot.
Thank you so much.
Over
everybody,
as soon as
for
it was
joining
over,
us.
he'd
Why does it
rewind
upset
it.
you so much?
He'd rewind it and play it again.
Go check
I-
out My Good Bad Brain.
I would
I-
watch Philo Goes West like 7 times in
I'm
a row.
not a therapist, just so everyone knows. I just like to ask people. Well, I will say.
Where else can they find
My whole
you?
thing is everyone's authority on their experience. So we just talk about how fucking dumb our brains are, how bad we are, how stupid, you know? I got ADHD, I got depression. I'm like, talk about it.
I love it, man. I love it.
Well,
Thank
I
you for
just
being
also I think that my thing about it too is like is people like it's still weird to talk about like medication and shit. Talk about being mental. Anyway, check that out.
Sorry, I'm getting all these text messages.
I
Also
think
Instagram.
even the idea of Steve getting emotional on your podcast
Yeah,
made him
it
so
is-
uncomfortable
yeah.
that
I
he's
know that
exiting
was
mentally.
No, that's okay. It's okay.
See, he's like,
I
like,
get it.
nah.
This is exactly how
No,
it
no.
is.
I was on
okay.
Ear Biscuits. You guys ever been on Ear
I
Biscuits?
was on
Okay.
E.
I was on ear biscuits, and
It's
I was like, I
nowhere
had
near
no,
this.
yeah, but I had no idea what they were what we were gonna talk about. And I come in and I'm like, let's talk about sword
What
spin
are
and shit.
they
And they're like,
talking
so your wife and you got divorced a couple. And I was
Oh,
like,
oh.
okay,
my
here we
goodness.
go.
I don't know.
So I've done it. I'm ready. We can dig deep. We can talk about whatever you want.
I just thought mental health is weird. It's like we've got really good in culture at like making it okay for other people to get help with mental health and being like, oh, good job, good for you. But then like still don't turn it on ourselves that often.
Sure.
And when I finally did and I saw a psychiatrist, it's like really changed my life. So just try to normalize like talking about how fucking psycho we are,
Love
and
it.
what
There you
drugs
go.
we try
Good,
to
man.
fix it.
And I stand fully behind that.
Yeah, man.
I feel like it has been normalized for me on an internal level, and so I forget sometimes
That
when I'll
people
mention it.
don't-
People
yeah.
are like, they assume that it's like,
it
oh,
happened
you
at
must be messed
Thanksgiving.
up.
I
And I'm
literally,
like,
someone
"Well,
said
no."
something, and I was like, well, obviously he's in therapy, and they were like offended that I said it. They were like,
Yeah.
what? And I was
Yeah,
like,
it's-
oh my god.
We live in like a weird, bad world.
Weird.
Yes,
bad
we do.
world.
We're
Yeah.
bad. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. And Jared, thank you for having us on our
Thank you
podcast
for
and
having
having
us.
you on our
Guys, it
our
was so
podcast.
great. It was so great.
You're in
Yeah.
our hearts, Jared. We love
I
you very
fucking
much.
love you guys.
Love you
and
too,
this is
Jarrett.
so fucking fun.
Jared, what's your
wonderful.
Instagram?
Giggles. It's my name with an underscore.
Jared Sleeper.
Sleeper.
Sleeper underscore.
2
Oh,
R's, 2 T's.
if you guys are Patreon people, go patreon.com/mybadbrain.
There you
There you
go.
go.
Actually,
check it out.
Actually, unfund this one.
No.
And
no,
then
let's edit
just,
that out.
If you only have a budget, like
edit that out.
you know, they got
You're
a
done.
lot. And so
Kit's
just,
gonna edit
you know,
that out. Kit's gonna just get that out.
That's what I think.